I don't know. Think about like our hard work and sacrifice and all the training that was put in. We definitely want it to go ahead.
Still to come on the programme, paying for the pandemic, a number of member states are still to ratify the deal that will release the EU's recovery funds. More on that in a moment.
2120. Oh. He probably has a whole lot of disgraceful things in his life. I'm sorry, but 2001, what? September 1st, 2001?
Arctic policy around three pillars: climate protection, sustainable development, and cooperation. But a new dimension is needed: security. Moscow has recently reinforced its military presence in the region, and for the EU,
I thought it was somebody else. I asked for it. I asked for the library to buy it.
Cooperate more closely.
I guess not.
What's at stake, but one thing
I
is
guess I
extremely
did.
important,
I guess I
especially
did.
in this time of geopolitical
Well, I didn't get it from the library.
Let's try to maintain
Well, I guess I bought
that
it.
the Arctic is a place where major powers can cooperate to the benefit of the people, the environment, and in the end,
Yeah, it's a little out of my range.
hydrocarbons, rare earth metals, and new maritime routes made accessible by climate change are attracting all kinds of activity in the Arctic.
I was acquainted with Daniel Hopsiker as a poster on CIA drugs.
The largest embassy in Iceland, which
He was ABC Business News reporter.
If the EU wants to
He
somehow
left
gain a
because
role for itself, it has
I don't know
to
if it was Mena, Arkansas, Clinton drugs, or Mena, Arkansas,
being dumped together
the
with
three
China,
guys
which is being seen as a very aggressive
that got off.
non-Arctic entity. So China's way of trying to force itself into the region has complicated matters for the EU.
The Conference of Arctic Region Parliamentarians takes place this week, where cooperation is high.
I don't think so, no.
But if the EU is to compete with the US and Russia, it will have to target its actions.
He never responded, I don't think.
And understand that it can't
Rupert did once or
compete with
twice.
superpowers in every area.
It was special. Because Rupert was a big guy.
Concerns or economic development.
What do I
I
call
think
it?
there's room for the EU to play a very constructive role if it's able to identify those areas where it can actually play a role. Climate change is a very good example. But I think if the EU believes that it can gain the same status as the US or Russia,
The Memphis,
then
no.
it'll face
Because it was Arkansas.
significant obstacles.
Brussels intends to launch further discussions to meet the new challenges of the
It
Arctic.
was Arkansas.
Chris Peters, Euronews, Brussels.
Mena, Arkansas.
This Friday on Euronews.
You got good guys and bad guys.
Europe takes you across the continent to its heart and to
You
its
were
depths.
clear on Whitewater, but that's a lot.
Europe. Farmers, workers, business owners, refugees, women, men, families. Unreported Europe brings you their stories. No stone is left unturned.
The
No corner
boys,
is
three.
explored. Unreported Europe on Euronews and Euronews.com.
Look at him stick it out. Thinking. Well, see if it's it. No, I don't think he would have been that person. That was Kathy, yeah, 'cause she had that country music old fucker. Trina, Stan Henry, and Kevin Ives. That's the one. Just give me a date. Okay. No. too much punch. What are you smiling about?
Some stories change us, and some stories change the world. We say there is always more to the story. Change your perspective.
I thought you did, but you don't. You just have to apply.
Thousands of people have come here.
Change the conversation.
Where's the book?
There are signs of hope. Change your worldview with your news.
87 or 97? '87. So that was before, right? I think it would be. Well, it depends. I think it's safe to say it was before. Right. Books. Well, I think it's fair to assume it. Hey, just reading. Oh, that miracle. Well, I don't want Prime Video. Just do secret heartbeat. If it happened, then it was probably written. I don't know.
This is your news tonight, and these are our top stories. Denmark becomes the first country in Europe to ditch AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine. As concerns grow over vaccines linked to rare blood clots, the EU puts its faith in Pfizer-BioNTech with a major new contract. We'll hear why Afghanistan.
Okay, so the movie was made in '99.
Control following Joe Biden's decision to withdraw US
There was a book, wasn't there?
And a former policewoman has been charged with manslaughter over the fatal shooting of a black man in Minneapolis. Denmark says it will immediately stop using AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine after reports of a possible link.
So he could have written Barry in the voice, but it wasn't him. I would have known, I think, because he was on the list.
mRNA vaccines such as Pfizer is negotiating a third contract with the manufacturer for more doses, and Ursula von der Leyen made it clear that other ones may follow.
The European Commission bets on the mRNA technology to boost its vaccination campaign. A new agreement with Pfizer-BioNTech has just been reached to speed up the delivery of 50 million additional doses in the second quarter of 2021. A third contract with the pharma giant is also being negotiated for another 1.8 billion doses in 2022 and 2023. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced that not only the production of the vaccines, but also all essential components will be based in the EU.
At a certain point in time, we might need booster jabs to reinforce and prolong immunity. And if an escape variant occurs, we will need to develop vaccines that are adapted to the new escape variant. And we will need them early and in sufficient
Oscar
quantities.
Bio.
And having all this in
Just to
mind,
see if
having learned
he's.
the lessons
I know
from
he
this
said he
pandemic,
was
we need to focus now on technologies
ABC
that have
Business.
proven their worth.
No, I didn't.
mRNA vaccines are a clear case in point.
This decision follows delays in the Johnson & Johnson vaccine delivery due to reports of rare blood clots, a side effect that also affects a small percentage of people receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine, a vaccine that is now reserved for certain age groups and banned entirely in
ITV
Denmark.
host.
Experts are afraid this could slow down the rollout in Europe.
I
Agreed.
fear that this is going to delay things and increase public frustration with what many believe is rather muddled through policies of the European Union. Some going as far as to say it's mismanagement of the vaccine rollout. So this is not very good news. Though it is reassuring, I have to say that Pfizer is being asked, and they're in conversation with Pfizer to try and ramp up the production.
The European Commission insists
He's a human, huh?
vaccinating 70% of the population by summer
20th
is
century.
feasible.
Well, there you go.
For Europeans.
You're a human.
Jeffrey Lazarus is an associate research professor
Nom, nom,
at the
nom.
Barcelona Institute for Global Health.
Lost
He says
Archives.
Denmark made this decision because they've supplied some
This is
other
a director I'm very known for.
Germany
Alright, you're forgiven.
declared that the AstraZeneca vaccine is safe, but some countries,
Here we go.
Norway, earlier paused it. Now Denmark has
language.
decided not to use it because Denmark, Norway, other EU countries have other options for vaccines. As we heard, what it will do in Denmark is it will delay herd immunity from expecting everyone to have their first dose by June to probably after summer. So that has made a lot of people in Denmark, where I'm sitting now, not so happy. But Denmark has said, they've done their risk-benefit analysis. They don't feel that
I thought he was a host or a, I didn't know he was a producer.
Low mortality, so they decided to focus on
I'm not busting you.
vaccines. And nonetheless, this decision is going to cause enormous damage. Do you think
It's possible I've been wrong here before.
the global fight against COVID-19?
I think AstraZeneca has a huge and essential, really a central role to play. I mean, as Europe has other options, remember Pfizer and Moderna require very
I'm not gonna bust him until I know he's a bad guy.
refrigeration that many lower income countries
School
won't be able to
Decker,
handle.
that's
The
familiar.
logistics are complicated, so the EU will start using more of those vaccines, and that frees up AstraZeneca vaccines for the rest of the
I
world.
did.
Where
I had
you
some
don't need
stuff.
kind of
I did.
information,
I don't know how I did it, but I just
and again,
what got news and copied it and copied it and copied it and copied it because I knew it was gonna disappear.
around the world is that this is a safe
On
vaccine,
the Dell.
but the EU, EU countries for various reasons have decided to focus on other vaccines.
But isn't there a risk now that we're creating, or by these
think so.
decisions, that there's going to be created a 2 or even a 3-tier system where it seems as if people in Europe can afford the richer ones,
Thanks,
which
if you're
take
Rupert.
longer, but if you can't, it's
I'm not
kind
sure
of
you're
like
Rupert.
buy cheap, buy twice sort of thing.
I understand that, but still, I would beg to differ. I mean, this is an approved vaccine. 34 million Europeans or more now have
I don't know.
in the UK.
No,
in the European
my work was free, but that's just because
continuing with this.
the world needed,
Small countries
well,
decided not to use
and I'm saying that now,
like the UK,
somebody
there's over 30, Spain's
who wasn't in a slot to
70,
do it
so different countries
could read anything they wanted.
decisions. So it hasn't been a uniform decision to
Time. Kids, school, time. Husband, sci-fi, time.
Differently following reports of very rare blood clots in a handful of
Maybe a little because I didn't have anything else in my life.
United States. Sweden says it will pause plans to start using the jab until it gets a report from the health regulator. While Poland, Hungary, and France
That was probably the best
they're
find,
already
Gay
willing to
Lansper.
administer their doses.
Owned a stationery company in
Our
Georgia.
reporter David Chazan is in Paris, and he says that authorities there are keen to ramp up vaccinations.
The French health authorities have been stressing that the
think it was
Johnson & Johnson
GAYE.
vaccine's been approved by the European Medicines Agency,
Don't remember.
and that the risk of those severe blood
I looked
clots
in different
mentioned is
states
very, very small, and
for
so
different things like
the
Engineering
benefits
Research
far outweigh
Institute
the
in Florida,
risks, and that's
stuff like that,
essentially the
like
message that we've
a couple
been
of
hearing
them.
from the French authorities
Maybe Virginia
about
or
the AstraZeneca vaccine
Virginia,
too.
maybe.
So France is continuing with
No.
both of these vaccines, although I think the news that Denmark is halting AstraZeneca
Different
is
states
likely
have different
to
search
further
things.
increase the reluctance of many people in France to have that vaccine, and the news about Johnson
know if I
&
did or
Johnson
not.
may also do
Well, I
that.
told the
But
next
the
dentist,
French health authorities are
they said
really
about the
stressing
fluoride
that
and
vaccination is
stuff.
the only way forward now, and
I don't
I
know.
mean, after a painfully slow start to
There was a lot of evidence that it
France
was
is really now accelerating, and vaccinations are being done at pharmacies like the one behind
dumb
me,
make
as
people
well as
down. The Russians
vaccination
did it.
centres and by GPs.
Fluoride.
So
The Russians were the
France
first one. That was
really
the
wants to
conspiracy
start turning
theory.
the corner on
They put it in their
vaccinations
water.
very soon. They're really picking up the pace.
No, it's fluoride.
Joe Biden says it's time to end America's longest war as NATO allies weigh plans to withdraw troops from Afghanistan.
I don't know.
There's
What
President
else
Tennessee
processes
called
aluminum?
forces out of the country by September
I mean, it's a
11th,
process of
the 20th
aluminum.
anniversary of the terrorist attack
It's a
on the
byproduct,
World Trade Center
and it's
Washington.
toxic.
His allies appear to be on the same page with Germany's
After-
defense minister telling local media, "We go in together and we
After
go
like age 5 or 6. It doesn't help seniors or anybody. So they're putting it in the water to benefit,
He thinks
and it's the wrong type of fluoride.
I'll be honest, I think this is a short-sighted.
There's natural occurring, maybe. Maybe ionic.
We have roughly 2,500.
But that's what they were saying. Like, we'll give the little fuckers those little red pills if the fluoride's going to help them so much, but don't make the rest of society drink fluoride just because little fuckers' teeth will be strengthened.
Yeah, for 20 years they've effectively done that. By
I
withdrawing
don't know,
these
some
troops
age or
from a
something.
timeline-based, conditions-ignoring approach that ignores the advice
Those little red things that make your teeth all red.
now have more time, breathing
Oh.
to plot attacks against
Well,
us. So
fluoride pills.
I hope I'm wrong, but I believe this
Maybe
is
it's not fluoride treatment, it's to see where you're brushing. Something.
international truth.
Okay. Can you...
The sound, unfortunately, on you isn't that great, but we're going to persist because it is an extremely
There are
important
fluoride
subject.
pills in the
So
dentist
what
have.
message do you think this sends out from the United
They might just
States
rub it on the
military?
gums, I
How
don't know.
do you
Maybe they have those
I would
things.
have President Biden reverse course. He's
I
about
said
to make
no.
the same mistake that
It's all the same to me.
Obama administration made in Iraq.
There's natural fluoride in one pond, like in Utah or something.
Ignoring withdrawal in Iraq in 2011, contrary to the advice of the Queen. And as a result,
I think so.
we saw the rise of ISIS, ultimately the ISIS
Well.
caliphate, and American troops had to go back. We're going to see the exact same thing in Afghanistan.
I think Afghanistan today is a better place than it was, when America and the Allies moved in 20 years ago.
There's no question. Ask girls who are attending, ask thousands of girls attending schools, ask the women who are not being...
Yeah, he's mad cow.
being stoned to death by the Taliban.
I think.
There's unquestionably a better place. They're not perfect. There's serious problems. The Taliban controls a lot of territories, especially rural.
Well, why wouldn't... I would have asked him questions on the list or off the
The
list
question
or
is not whether
something.
we're tired of
If it was him.
The question is what is necessary to secure our interests.
I thought it was somebody I didn't know. No, an unknown name or something.
Conditions on the ground. That violence levels are not down. They have not broken with Al Qaeda.
Well, I probably did. Well, he was on CIA drugs, so I could have privated him.
We can defeat the United States. If you kill enough Americans, they will withdraw like they did in Vietnam, like they did in Somalia, like they did
I thought it was somebody I didn't know, a name I didn't know. You know.
around the world that they will use to recruit and radicalize terrorists, and that will affect them.
Well, God has the facts, and if he wants to clear it up, he will.
Still to come on the program, there are only 100 days left before the start of the Tokyo Olympics, but concerns are growing over whether the games should even take place.
That's not right. That's not a Daniel Hopsiker. Oh, he's just mentioned in it? It's not a page about him? That's all. That's all. No, I didn't find ABC. But business producer instead of... I thought he was an investigative... Well, whatever you are for financial things. Reporter. Could have been. But didn't you give an example? Or a photograph of reporting? No, I know, no. Maybe, but no, on a business... That's how you proved it. Well, I don't think the morning shows have financial reports. ABC Business News.
Welcome back to the program. The former policewoman in Minnesota has been charged.
So you're one of those that catches people like me who can affirm what you've written. I can't remember, I'm sorry. That's true for Alex Constantine.
Daunte Wright was just 20 years old when he died after being shot by police during a traffic stop in the suburb of Minneapolis on Sunday evening.
Just because he did something stupid or something. Yeah, I wanted to suck him off. Just like Fetzer.
With the former police chief of Brooklyn Center saying that he believed a female police officer had intended to draw her taser, but instead pulled out her handgun and fired a single bullet which fatally wounded Daunte Wright. Well, yesterday, both that former police chief and the police officer, Kim Potter, who fired that weapon, will resign from their positions.
Oh, Alex Constantine.
Including the mayor of Brooklyn Center, Mike Elliott,
I'd heard the concept. Probably.
However, in a press conference, the mayor also reiterated that he would ensure that justice is served and that those people
Good information with no proof.
would be held accountable.
Solid information though, which I thought was quotable. I mean, if you wrote a book, I had an ISBN number, page 64, from this book. Quote. Whatever.
Protesters have been gathering outside
so what?
Brooklyn Center Police Headquarters, which has now been fortified for a concrete wall and a high metal fence. Protesters throwing projectiles towards the police.
Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm the girl of the Kennedy assassination.
Now, many people who have been gathering at these rallies, they do not believe the claims by the police that it was an accidental shooting. Instead, they say that the death
you said a little bit of a
is
truth
an
there,
indication of how slanted the American justice system is compared to those people in the black community. And those words have also been echoed by a number of high-profile politicians in the United States, such as Congresswoman Cori Bush, who said that the police actions at these demonstrations should also be looked into. The US President Joe Biden has previously stated that he understands the anger and trauma that black communities across
What was he
America
being misled about? Oh,
also
that'll...
echoed those words
Right.
to make sure that justice
We weren't going to be nuked just because they had nukes in Cuba or anything. But apparently that's not true. They couldn't just nuke Florida, apparently. It's something different.
A global movement against racism and social injustice in a city that is
Yes.
charged in its tensions.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure, no. I'm sure the wives and children understood. It's like, well, wouldn't that be something? Really admire and love and aspire to be like and stuff like that.
Just explaining there, the trial of Derek Chauvin is well underway in Minneapolis. On day 13, Judge Peter Cahill turned down a request to acquit Chauvin. His lawyer had said the prosecution failed to prove his actions.
Didn't have one. I was glad it didn't happen to me. I didn't think it was implausible. It hadn't happened to me. Well, it was audible noise, wasn't it? Mine was like energy. It was audible noise that had you grabbing your head and practically seizing on the floor. Whatever. I was just glad that it happened to me. No. Well, I don't actually know. I believe that Mae Brussels stuff. Guys with electronic equipment, and she was dead in a short time from cancer. And she wouldn't have known if she hadn't taken a pie or something over there.
Getting faster, getting stronger. Everyone's trying to get like the best possible preparation.
I believe it was microwaves, but I don't know. It would have been in the early 60s. I thought she had some good stuff. I don't remember. Right, because Alice Constantine was a Brussels sprout. I remembered that. I'd never heard of Mae Brussels. Book, maybe? Transformation of America. No, that was Kathy. What's her name? Kathy. Psychic dictatorship in the USA. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying that. Shit, that's what you're saying. That you're the Carrie Dawn person. I thought that was believable. And she had like cavernous eyes and an FBI jacket on. And something. It's possible. If I remembered, I'd give you credit. Kathy O'Brien and Mark Phillips. Oh no! This was a different Kathy. Kathy Butt-Headed Pigfuck. I would, if you did, but I can't remember. I'm not saying that either. Psychic dictatorship in the USA. I don't remember.
I am planning on being vaccinated before I go, and I think like a lot of athletes are planning on doing so too. So I think that might be putting it a little bit more at ease, but at the same time,
She was poor and shit.
Trying to be safe and like be in my own lane kind of thing.
But can you understand the concerns of many people in Japan who say these games?
I don't remember, but Carrie Dawn was like, well, that's not enough of an explanation. Yeah, it was like St. Rose, St. Charles Parish School District. I'm sorry, but we listened to your argument, but it has no merit or something. They didn't say that. They just said no. No. No, I'm going to law school. I don't know. Honest to God, I don't know. They gave me hope, and she said everybody walked out. I guess I walked out with them, or I sat longer. I don't know. She said, "Come on, come on." I don't think that was a radar cunt. Some other cunt. I guess I did, but I guess I did. Or Richard and I did. I was surprised. Oh, my hair is shiny. Yeah, my hair is healthy. It looked dark. It was dark. But it looked darker than it was, I think. No, I don't think so. I think I hit a medium brown with some dark brown. I don't get any sun in Louisiana. It was too hot to go. It was too hot to set up the pool. The wall was aluminum. It was painted on one side. The posts were aluminum. It would have probably $500, which is what we paid for it. Well, it is true. You could be cool all day if you went in the pool for 15 minutes. Well, then maybe they changed the directions, or maybe I read it wrong. Maybe the post had to go 6 or 9 inches into the ground. I thought we had to dig out 9 inches of dirt. So I offered the dirt to Mike and Lisa. And they said they'd take it, and then I just said no, I was wrong. So I didn't get the dirt. It was okay. That's what I heard people did, or I asked somebody. You drain it into the sewer drain. So my little blue hose went down to the sewer drain. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember. All this shit. All these little parts. Well, I assume.
Welcome back to the program. It's good to have you here with us.
I don't know. Can a Black Widow live and not move? You know, she doesn't leave to eat, or I didn't see any gnats in her web, or I don't know. Well, she didn't move. She left me alone. So I just let her. It was the dryer, I guess.
The European Commission presented Wednesday details of the way in which the bloc will borrow 800 billion euros
No, I don't think I did.
market from this year to
It may be on the top.
Financial aid to economically troubled states could begin
Yeah, you know my fascinating life.
Ratification is urgently needed. So far, 17 out of 27 member states have concluded the ratification process.
Yeah.
Among the ones to not is Germany,
Definitely.
where the Constitutional Court in Karlsruhe has stopped the adoption of the
Even
law
garden
finalizing
snakes.
the process. But EU Budget Commissioner Johannes
There's a rhyme for
is
it.
still confident.
Black and red, you're dead. Black and white, you're alright. Something like that.
Exactly for this financial facility we have finally created. We have created on the basis.
I think it hooked his pants and scratched his shin. Well, there's a whole bunch of them. I think he got attempted bite by one.
Of a country like Germany. So this means I
That's what he
am
said.
confident that it will be
He said there were a bunch of them in there.
confirmed also by Karlsruhe. But first and foremost, it's important that the lift.
You walked up to the Luray, was it the Luray whatever or something? With copperheads all the time. He would tell me, it's like, Jesus. God, he said you just step out of the way or something. It's like, shit. I don't know if it was Luray, it was some outhouse with equipment in it or something.
Because this is also again what our people expect. Where we still see
I did.
some, let's call it a room
What do you call them?
and maybe more ambition is let's say,
Moccasins, water moccasins.
complement the investment activity.
I did read something.
Done its part, the ball is now in the court of member states. Susan de Boos, Euronews, Brussels.
Well, that's all we
I
have
like that. That's something that kills the cobra. This cute little fuzzy thing.
We'll leave you now with a no comment from Iran, where people have been praying
I like that
the first day of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan as the country fights the region's deadliest coronavirus outbreak.
Well, just show me the light, honey. I'll be a light being. It's probably just a different way of being a person. Yes? Well, it's gonna be a while. There you go. I'm traveling in the wrong direction. I'm headed for a wheelchair after my walker. They won't approve a wheelchair for a temporary disability. She said 6 weeks, right? I'll do the moving of my knees. I will.
The Arctic may seem half a world away.
He overdid the physical therapy. He stretches ligaments too
This is one of the
much.
reasons why the European Union
He
wants
told
to be
me.
even more involved in the region. The bloc has so far built its Arctic policy around 3 pillars: climate protection, sustainable development, and cooperation. But a new dimension is needed: security. Moscow has recently reinforced its military presence in the region, and for the EU,